Alright lads, welcome back for session 3 of the week. This is our secondary squat day, just a squat volume day. We have today 3 sets of 6. It'll be increasing from next week. It's just the first week, so it's nice and easy, just to get the legs moving. Try and get used to this new squat position. Feels like I've still got a bruise on my back from having it sat a little bit lower. So it might be nice to get some practice in. So I've been thinking, I don't know, this day will typically be on a safety bar, but for the time being, while I'm learning how to do a low bar, if it's even low bar, it's a slightly different thing anyway, isn't it? We're doing the squat that's 2 ear and more controlled, nice and slow and controlled. So like the narrow stance one that I was doing before relied quite a lot on getting the position right and getting the spring out of the bottom proper, whereas I think this one is going to be a lot more solid and should be able to put more strength into it as such, rather than trying to technique a heavier weight. Does that make sense? That's what I'm hoping for anyway. More consistent, more solid, whatever. Even if the weight isn't as heavy as we have been doing before, it should lend itself better to training than what I have been doing. I think, I don't know. You will see. Let me do a few reps of these. You don't need me thinking out loud constantly, do you? Maybe you do. Maybe that's why you're here. But, yeah. So, like I say, we've just got 100 kilo, 3 sets of 6, not mental, getting started. And, yeah, from next week, it's a little bit heavier. We go up 5% of whatever the one rep max is, 165, so we'll go up, I guess, 10 kilos. I guess our working sets will be 110 for the next few weeks, which is a treat, isn't it? But let's have one of these. Oh. Yeah, still getting used to it. Still feels a bit weird. I think because I have quite short legs and a relatively long torso, that even with the low bar position and the wide thing, you're meant to lean over a bit more, but I don't think I lean over a bit more. Like, I don't think I can. Because if I lean over more, my torso puts the weight nowhere near the midfoot and like out here somewhere. It's why I think it's why I struggle with a deadlift. Obviously, I'm okay at a deadlift, but I have relatively short arms and a long torso, which is the opposite of what you want for a deadlift. But it's pretty good for the squat and the bench. So if we get consistent with the squat, maybe we'll get good at it. Been thinking a little bit about the next tier of goals. So I think, what did we want? Like 120, 160, 200 for the squat, bench, deadlift, bench, whatever. You know what I mean? And I think the next goal is 180 for the squat, 140 for the deadlift, and 220 for the deadlift. What? Bench press. You make my brain work. Right. 180 kilo squat, that'd be pretty good. It's within striking distance as well, and we're only 15 kilos off. Bench press 140 kilos. What are we at? 122. That's a fair way away. And then the deadlift 220. I feel like we're probably good for 200, maybe a little bit more. So maybe, probably next year sometime we can get 220. That'd be pretty cool, because I thought for a long time I wasn't getting any more than 180. Now I'm feeling like we're getting better at stuff. We're applying what we've learnt consistently and getting reasonable results. If a little slow, but like I'll take slow over non-existent. It's really bruising my shoulders, man. It's not comfortable yet. I guess when I started squatting high bar, it wasn't comfortable for a little while. So we'll get there. But yeah, these are just light. I'm really concerned that it hurts on the shoulders. I'm also not sure if it's sitting in the right place. So it doesn't feel like super low down. It's clearly lower than it were on the other thing. It could do with being able to have someone have a look at it, really. I suppose that's why you pay people. Yeah, I don't know. It's not feeling mega solid, but what is it, the second time we've ever done it? It's probably not gonna feel too solid. Feels okay. Feels alright. Pretty good. I'm banging my head on this fucking thing. Not sure what we make of the new style of squats yet. We're gonna give it the old try. Keep up with it for a bit. You know, it can't hurt to have a little bit of variety. Well, it does hurt. It hurts sitting on my shoulders where it's sitting. That's a good shelf, that. Maybe I just need bigger rear delts. That one felt a bit better, I think. Really looking forward to getting stuck into this plan. I feel like we've learnt quite a bit over the time I've been training. So, what did I start? I started training squats last January. I'd done them before, obviously, but never an actual session. Just go, literally, I think I've done squats twice before January last year. So, and I was like, I'm doing these now. I don't care if my legs are sore for a bit. And I learnt that if you just don't annihilate yourself and then build up your work capacity over a few months, then you don't end up so knackered that you can't walk. You don't end up so sore. Just do a little bit. That's what this plan is now. So week 1, starting nice and steady. It's just 100 kilo for 3 sets of 6. Not too bad. Next week we have more sets and more weight. But for now, we're all right. I were a bit sore after Monday's session, but not to the point it was making my life terrible. And I assume I'll be a little bit sore tomorrow, but not to the point that it makes deadlifts bad, which is, what you want. We're doing all right, doing really well. I'm genuinely looking forward to this. I've picked all the exercises that I like. So we have incline dumbbell press. I'm excited to push that. And we have the bench press a few times a week. I like having that a few times a week. You feel real good, feel real consistent, feel solid. Yeah, I'm just happy with it, I think. Hopefully moving forward we make some good progress, because I think we did all right when I was using this approach, but obviously just kind of making it up on the fly. I've gone and actually wrote it down this time, and we shall see if we get any better. Right, last set of these. That's a much better position on the back. Yeah, got that now, I think. Slightly further down, so it's resting on the muscle rather than the bony bit. Spot on, right. Hopefully we remember that Monday so we can push it a little bit. But there, you know, obviously no worries. Should be a more advantaged position as well, so like, we're going the percentages based on my high bar 1 rep max. Once you get used to these, they should be a bit easier. So, yeah, build it up. Hopefully we can squat something good. Right, I've got incline dumbbell now. Just a couple of sets, just to figure it out, just to get used to it. We haven't done one in a while. So, we're going 8 to 12 reps on these, so like, low-ish for bodybuilding purposes, onto normal, I guess. 12 is pretty normal. 8, I don't know, maybe not low, maybe middle, not high. Average, I guess, bang average. They're just words, you're just saying words, just do the thing. So, yeah, week 1, so pretty easy intensity. Whoa. Nice 10. I feel like could have got a few more, but we don't need to this week. I think, what were we doing? Back end at last plan that we had them in, TSA, I think we're doing 32, 35, somewhere around there for a similar amount of reps. So, starting on this, I think this is 27.5. Seems alright for week 1. We'll push for, we've got more sets, we'll push for more reps next week, and if we need to, we'll add some weight. I think I would like to get up to 40s with this, if we've got 12 weeks. To be fair, if I enjoy this plan, we've got indefinitely, because I think it ticks all the boxes for what I want. You know, you get to do heavy singles, doubles and triples on the power lifts, and you get a fair spread of bodybuilding work in as well. So it's kind of what I want. You know, I think it's pretty self-explanatory really. Start low intensity, build up for 4 weeks, and end with a heavy triple. Then 4 weeks again double, 4 weeks again single, reset. I don't think you can really go wrong. Bodybuilding stuff, just try and add a rep or try and add weight or whichever, don't matter. In 1 year's time you want to be doing more weight with more reps, and then jobs are good, and isn't it? You can assume that you've packed a bit of muscle on if you're moving more weight more times. Okay, set 2 on these. nice and steady. Well, what are we? RPE 6 or something. So we had a few more reps left there. Quite a few, I think. Maybe 4 if I had to. Yeah, so we've got wide row and then another wide row, then some more exercises afterwards. What are you watching me for? Go outside. So for these ones, same as all of them really, we're just figuring out what weight we need to use. Then write on my notes for next week, whether it's too heavy, too light, whatever. This one I'm using as an alternative to bent over rows, see if it causes a bit less lower back fatigue. So we have a narrow grip row, we have a wide grip row, we have a horizontal narrow row, and for our vertical, like a lat pull down, but with a narrow grip. And then for our wide pulling up, vertical pull, we're going to do pull-ups again on deadlift day. I like it as sort of a antithesis, like a contradictory exercise. So one, I figure you're picking up weight and loading yourself downwards to the floor. With the weighted pull-up, you're kind of decompressing yourself rather than compressing yourself. I like the idea of having them both on the same day. Obviously they're both quite hard, but it don't matter. We're tough, aren't we? Strong. Yeah, we'll stick a little bit more weight on there next week. Got one more set, but then more weight closer to failure, and one more set. So all of the bodybuilding stuff is going to be 3 sets, ideally like first 1 or 2, a few reps in reserve, last one to failure, pretty much all of them. So that's why we wanted, like, rather than it being a compound exercise, like to be sort of as isolated as possible so it doesn't create like loads of systemic fatigue. I know that's a bit of a buzzword at the moment. Trained by JP guy said fuck fatigue or whatever, but like this isn't my entire life, you know. I have a job and a dog to walk and, you know, shit to be doing. Like, I enjoy this is fun, but, you know, grow at all costs isn't really what I'm after. Life enjoyment this is a hobby. It's fun, and it's something that hopefully will keep me strong into old age. I'm not necessarily looking to look like a mutant space monster, whatever, big, massive guy. Just a 200 kilo deadlift would do me for the time being, you know. And not being absolutely knackered because of training has been a huge game changer for me. So, like, it's worth noting that fatigue management doesn't mean not trying. And clearly I'm trying. I'm just not. So when I was doing the 5-3-1, for example, on the AMRAP set, I would do as many as I could to the point of like collapse or near collapse, whatever. And doing that every single session, 4 sessions a week, 4 different exercises every single week. I was just like dead on legs and getting weaker because of it, missing. So I do like a 152 deadlift or something for 8 reps, and I was like, oh, that felt all right. Next week I'll do 160 and I want at least 5, and I couldn't even get 1. I was just battered. And when you start like thinking about it a little bit more and conserving energy where you need to and putting energy in where you want it to be, you can get better results by being a bit smarter. It doesn't mean you're not trying, it just means that you're not taking your cup of energy and fucking dumping it out on day one. You're like using little bits of energy and getting a lot of stimulus rather than using all of your energy and getting loads of stimulus, but then all your energy's gone. So like the next few weeks are knackered. If you can keep them like equal, your stimulus acquired and your energy used, you know, eventually like your energy is going to deplete. But like if you use it all straight away, then the rest of your training's crap. Whereas if you find a way to moderate it, obviously if you feel good you can try harder, if you feel bad then whatever. That's why I've gone with the RPE based plan. On your top set, if you feel good, there's no reason to have a prescribed percentage or whatever. And if you feel bad, there's no reason to be like, oh, I really need to hit this number because it's there. That's what it says to hit. Like if you feel bad, but you've got a triple planned and it's RPE 8, and last week you've done a 180 for 3 reps and it was RPE 8. So this week you're not feeling it, and then 170 or 160, it don't matter. It's the same like stimulus relative to your energy levels, rather than being, you know, you put your numbers into a thing 531 and it's like this is the exact numbers you need to hit for the next fucking rest of your life. And some days you just can't, and that's okay. You know, did I even say anything there, or just a lot of words? You know what I mean? Fatigue management was big for me, and I've made more progress because of it. So I can try harder more often than when I was prescribed an AMRAP and just bury yourself into the ground. So less bury yourself into the ground, more showing up with enough energy to work hard every single time over the course of months. Like this session now doesn't fucking matter. What matters is hitting every session between now and when the plan ends in 12 weeks time, and giving it the best, you know, of your ability, and you'll see the numbers rise. And that's it. It's not about today or tomorrow, it's about all of them stacking together, little Lego bricks, and at the end you collect your reward, which is a little PR. Cheeky little PR. Hopefully we get a little PR in everything. We got a little PR in everything last time except the squat, but we're swapping the squat now and we're going to add weight onto it probably, maybe, we'll see. It's feeling good. It's our second proper session with it and we're getting there. I've been waffling for a fair while now, so we'll have to do our next exercise. I'll be back. So these are one of my favourite exercises for the triceps. They feel pretty good. Easy bar skull crusher. I'm not sure what sort of angle we want to have it on, but yeah, feel real nice. So we like these as a sort of, the last plan we had the cable extension twice, and obviously the cable's really good for tricep, but so is this. So I figure 2 exercises is quite a nice amount to have. Triceps twice a week, once this, once the cable. Biceps twice a week, once single arm. Dumbbell, once easy bar. And maybe we'll grow some arms for the first time in our lives. Same thing with these as we do with all the others so far. We're not pushing it super hard. This weight feels alright. We've got 10 to 15 reps programmed. Stopped at 10 because that felt about the right intensity for what we want for week 1. This weight feels good to start on. And if we can move up to 3 sets of 15, that's when we'll add weight. Like I say, RPE6, bit of intensity, but not as much as we could do. We'll be moving up to sort of an 8-9 RPE. So like I said, we're not doing like reps in reserve. It's not like RPE 9, 1 rep in reserve, 1 rep in reserve, 1 rep in reserve. We might do a few reps in reserve for set 1 and 2, and then the last set go to failure, see what we can get. If we can get like well above our rep range, maybe we'll add weight for the next week and see how it goes. And yeah, so last exercise, cable crunch, and then that's our day 3. I think everything feels pretty good so far. Nice selection. Obviously, if you pick the exercises that you like, then you like doing them all. If you like doing them all, you'll show up and do it. And if you make them harder over time, you'll grow. Easy. Ye olde faithfully with cable crunch. Why change what works? I get a good nice burn off of this. Feels like it works. If I lost a bit of weight, I'd probably be able to see my abs more often than just on the morning sometimes. But I don't know. We like cheesecake, don't we? Nothing wrong with that. One more then. The good things about these sessions as well is it should still be fairly comfortable in terms of like the amount of time it takes week on week. So I've been in an hour this week. I figure once you add a set onto everything, we're still well within an hour and a half. Bearing in mind that's with me setting up cameras and lights and stuff as well. So if you're wanting to do this plan and you're a bit pressed for time, I don't see any reason why you couldn't go through it pretty quickly. 50 minutes, something like that. Probably 75 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. If you don't have to set up lights and a camera. Obviously I don't have to, but it's providing entertainment. Maybe it's providing entertainment. I don't know. Something's happening and you're watching it, so thank you. I'll do one more set of these. Right, that's a lot. That's week 1, day 3 complete. We'll scale some intensity onto it over the next 4 weeks, but that's your squat volume really, and a bit of bodybuilding for the bench. Try and get this upper chest to grow a little bit. So I'm got quite a lot of muscle here and not a lot of muscle here. So incline dumbbell should sort us out for that. Tomorrow we've got the deadlift. We were toying with the idea of just pulling the singles and going for a 200 single in 4 weeks, but I think we might do the volume, stick it through, see if we can get more than 200 in 12 weeks time. I think 200's there for the taking. On a good day, well rested, I think we've got it. So I think I'm looking forward to doing a bit of volume, some triples. If we can end this on a 190 for 3, that would be pretty sweet. That's not quite my PR, but it was my PR a little while ago. Maybe 185, I don't know. We'll see. But pulling 180 for 3, week 3 of 4 would be pretty nuts. That'd be an achievement. Like a reasonably steady triple at 180, which was my PR that I was stuck at for 2 years or something. So getting that thrown in, just a personal win really. And yeah, a little bit more than that afterwards. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for coming. Link to this plan is in the description if you like the look of it. If you don't, then feel free to do someone else's, because I'm sure loads of people know more than what they're on about. More about what they're on about than I do. I just I like trying to figure it out, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for optimal results, I'm just having fun. And I think this works well for me. We'll find out 12 weeks time if I've pulled a new PR. If I've got weaker, then I quit and get into cycling again. See you tomorrow.